Hello and a very warm welcome to my channel. This morning, we give you a piece of breaking news: Vulgar Los Angeles mansion is a stain on the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Days before Britain celebrated the anniversary of A-Day, Harry and Meghan posted a video celebrating their own triumph, baby Archie on his first birthday in their new Los Angeles home. How lovely were the images of the little boy gurgling over a storybook, filmed by doting dad Harry. But that is not what most mothers saw. We saw a child in his underwear, who needed a fresh nappy. We saw a child desperately trying to escape a manic woman, unknown to him, that holds him a tight grip with a bony claw. Plus, yesterday's news about Harry and Meghan in America wasn't something to celebrate. We learned that they have chosen as their Los Angeles hideaway, a Tuscan-style mansion amid 14 acres in a gated community in one of the most sought-after areas of Hollywood. The cost? A mere £15 million, but don't worry about that. Harry and Meghan didn't have to buy it, they're living there courtesy of an absurdly rich plutocrat, just as they did in Canada. The home in Los Angeles belongs to Hollywood tycoon Tyler Perry, who's worth £480 million and is a friend of Oprah Winfrey. With 8 bedrooms and 12 bathrooms in Beverly Ridge, one of the most sought-after areas of Los Angeles, I suppose it's just about large enough for a pair of Green Warrior newlyweds who've escaped from royal family life because they want to be seen as ordinary people. The energy bills alone must be the equivalent of those of a small town. Talk about eco. Almost everyone who reads the story will have been appalled. Not just by the vulgarity and the hypocrisy, but also the insensitivity. This is a couple whose wedding we helped pay for, and whose first marital home, Frogmore Cottage, we refurbished at a cost of £2.4 million. We don't know if any has been paid back. It begs the question, will they ever start paying their own way? In Britain, 1 in 4 companies have stopped trading, millions are being laid off and furloughed, and we are staring at the worst slump for 300 years. Harry and Meghan may have flounced out of the royal family, but their brazen self-indulgence is a terrible look for the monarchy. Their sense of entitlement could not be more different than that of the senior royals who put duty and country first. Yesterday the Queen made her A-Day anniversary broadcast acknowledging the extraordinary sacrifices made by so many for the nation. Wouldn't it be refreshing to see some sacrifices from this spoilt, petulant couple who seem to believe the world owes them a living? And to see a lot more of Archie. Meanwhile, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry took a secret flight to Los Angeles on $150 million private plane. It is reported the plane belongs to Tyler Perry and allowed Harry, Meghan, and little Archie to avoid any wait at customs once they arrived in California. As I report, Oprah Winfrey arranged for the Duke and Duchess to move into a Beverly Hills mansion owned by Tyler Perry at the end of March. The outlet now reports that Perry sent his Embraer E-190, a stretch version of a plane mainly flown by JetBlue Airlines in the U.S., to pick the couple up. This reportedly allowed Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and little Archie to avoid any wait at customs once they arrived in California. It was a well-planned operation that appears to have worked perfectly, an insider said. Harry and Meghan stepped back from their royal duties on April 1 as Megxit officially happened. The couple spent the time preceding the announcement and the immediate aftermath of it in Canada, where they reportedly had been plotting their breakaway. Perry's $150 million £120 million jet reportedly left its base outside Atlanta at 1:35 a.m. on Saturday, March 14, on its way to pick up Harry, Meghan, and 1-year-old Archie. The plane landed at a corporate airport in Portland, Oregon, 5 hours later at 3:39 a.m. West Coast time, staying for a little over an hour before flying on to Victoria International Airport, just minutes from the waterfront home in North Saanich. The plane then took off from Victoria with the former royals on board at 7:35 a.m. back to Portland's Hillsborough Airport. Then it was on to Bob Hope Airport in Burbank, where they landed at 10:01 a.m. The Sussexes were able to get through the airport quickly as they had already gone through customs and immigration in Portland, it is claimed. The details of the flight are hidden on the website OpenSky, which gives all times in Coordinated Universal Time, 4 hours ahead of Eastern Daylight Time and 7 hours ahead of Pacific Daylight Time. And many fans also slammed Meghan and Harry. The first wrote, "Their timing, as usual, is dreadful, just as the world is in crisis with thousands dying every day. All Harry and Meghan cared about was finding the most luxurious mansion to live in that someone else's money could buy. I don't want to hear about what these out-of-touch narcissistic selfish people are doing, especially during this crisis. They are surely losing the few fans they had left with every disastrous PR move they make. I don't want to see more of Archie because that means seeing more of Madam and her handbag husband, and I just want them all to go away. Oh, and don't forget to pay back the Frogmore Cottage money to our poor broken economy, but I don't want to see any of them. They disgust me. Using a cute baby to merch does not make them likable. Plus, I don't care how huge their mansion is, I just think it's funny how they always complain about their lives and act like they are a victim. They don't have to pay their own bills, they have a free mansion, they don't need to wake up in the morning to go to work. I think they really hated that the UK doesn't worship and adore them." Meanwhile, the second wrote, "Despicable couple. Want privacy but have to be in the news every day. Scrounging off millionaires who will tire of them very quickly when they become irrelevant as the rest of us have. They need to start paying their own way and live independently like they said they would. They live a very posh life for being humanitarians. Just wish they'd go away." But a fan replied to him, "She got her mega mansion but never Windsor Castle." Rumor had it that those two useless freeloaders Meghan and Harry wanted to live in Windsor Castle before Frogmore Cottage was given to them free. Gather Meghan Markle wanted the creme de la creme address and to boast to her fake Lala friends the residence. As the Queen is highly intelligent to that American and caught on to her desire, basically saw her as what she is, a totally talentless pretentious actress, refused them their request. Smart woman. I kinda doubt he isn't collecting rent from the royal schlubs. Wealthy people are not known for their generosity. Look at how many of them treat their mothers. They would pinch their mothers if it got them a couple more bucks. He doesn't have use for the place, it is money to write off. Doing a favor for Queen Oprah was more like it, knowing the negative publicity his housing these two would cost him. One thing's for sure, these two don't care about the environment. Meghan and Harry are hypocrites just like their new fake Hollywood friends. They like to lecture to people and pretend that they are better than normal people. It's annoying how they always pretend to have a miserable life and play the victim card. They have a great life but they are never satisfied. But another fan mocked, "Harry disappoints again. It's not bad enough that he snubbed the memorial event for the Royal Marines in favor of attending the Lion King premiere, he failed to recognize the 75th anniversary of A-Day. It's just as well he is no longer serving in the army, he is a disgrace to himself and the royal family. What a bunch of green eco-warrior heroes. Hopefully, one day I can move into a mansion like them and fly around in a private jet while lecturing ordinary people about climate change. Of course, I'll forget to mention the biggest polluter, China. They don't own that hideous super shack. They don't even pay rent. They are couch surfers. Squatters, leeches. If this is even true. Harry's videos look more like he lives in a cheap motel. Either way, not an impressive way for parents who are almost 40 to live, especially those who allegedly have millions. I feel sorry for their photo prop kid, all that supposed cash and they don't bother to correct his eyes. Shame on them. They are disgusting." And the next said, "The Markles are shameless and they probably think that all of this freeloading makes them look important. What it really demonstrates is that the two of them are irresponsible and that they need to grow up, cover their own living expenses, and raise their baby without taking handouts from random celebrities. They are just hypocrites. All this saves the plant and eco-talks are pure hypocrisy. These two don't care about environmental impact or anything as long as they can sponge of others to live the Hollywood lifestyle, so much for wanting to live a private life." And the last one wrote, "She is such a freeloading talentless mare. What a sponging hypocrite. Harry gets shot. What mother would put herself first on her son's birthday and play to the camera with a child who is obviously uncomfortable with her and have him sat there in a vest with an overloaded nappy? Again, it's all about the talentless one. The more they show off the more people will dislike them. Humble they are not, they have expectations and I blame P. Charles for still babysitting a grown man. It will not stop and mark my words when the time comes and P. Charles becomes king to watch this space it will be far worse than it is now." Not a single word about V-Day and the sacrifices our veterans made from the so-called Captain General of the Marines. Oh, that's right, he gave a speech saying the older generation is basically useless. I have a few choice words for him and his troop, but this is a family publication. And you? What do you think about Meghan and Harry in Los Angeles? Please let me know in the comment section below and we discuss it. If you feel so prefer with my video, don't be afraid to share it for anyone you think they need it. And subscribe to my channel to get more news from the royal family. Now, thank you for watching, have a nice day and see you in the next videos.